Hey, I want to talk a little bit about why this hot market is not like the market was back in '06, '08, maybe all through there when it was really artificially high. So mortgage standards are nothing like what they were back then. That's a very important factor. Buyers back then could say, I make $1 million, and the lender would believe them, and they give them a loan based on that, even though they only made 50,000, right? So that was definitely a key to failure in the long run. So these days, all buyers are very qualified to buy their homes. The mortgage lenders are making 100% certain of it. In fact, default risk, so this top graph, I'm going to say, it's nothing like the last time. So when you look at this, you see the red, that was before. That was the previous recession we had created by housing and how many at-risk mortgages were being provided out there compared to today. You can see the blue, there's just nowhere near the same. And then if we drop down to the last price, the next graph, you'll see that appreciation has been amazing. If you own a house, you're just like every year you're just going, cha-ching, thank you, this is so amazing, I'm making so much money. But guess what? Compared to what it was back then, it's really low. Again, the red is the previous recession and home appreciation rates, year. And then the blue is this current time period. So you can see our appreciation is nothing like what it was back then, even though it's terrific, don't get me wrong. And then also keep in mind, we have a shortage of inventory. You know, the normal market's about 6 months. Right now we're in 21 days or something like that. So it's kind of crazy. There's definitely a shortage. So they're going to show you months of inventory, right? How many houses are on the market? Well, again, we go back to the previous recession. You can see the high numbers are on the red side. And that is that there were a lot more opportunities out there. On the blue side, there just isn't the inventory to justify that. And then new construction, this is really hard to see. The bottom line is we're not building homes. We haven't been building homes now for a while, so there's no threat that there's going to be all of a sudden a surge of new homes and it's going to wipe out demand and everyone's going to have a home. It's just not happening. And then contrary to popular belief, houses aren't becoming too expensive to buy. I've done stuff on affordability, and the truth is they're very affordable. So if you look, I got 1985 to 2000, 2006, and then today. So 85 to 2000, you had 21% of your median income was needed to buy a home. Then it went to 25% in 2006 at that peak, and now look at it. Now it's down to under 15%. So homes are more expensive, but they're more affordable. And that's very counterintuitive, but it's the reality. And it's just another reason why the home market is solid. And then people are equity rich. The bottom line is the comparison of home equity cashed out back in 2005, 6, 7 was $824 billion. That's people borrowing, leveraging against their home. Compared to today, it's $348 billion. So, a half to a third, I don't know what, 28, 30%, something like that. So people have much more equity in their homes than they've ever had before. So they're not going to end up having to sell because they can't make their payment. And even if they do, they're not going to lose money. Very few people could potentially even have a short sale or a foreclosure. All they have to do is sell their house, and there's so much money in there that they're going to be able to pay all that off, still have extra money to go about their business and move on. So the bottom line is, this is not a bubble waiting for a housing crash to happen. It's just not. And I just showed you some good reasons that you can say, wow, it really doesn't seem the same at all, because it's not.